Hello, good evening, or not evening, good afternoon. I don't know why I said evening. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Just a couple more minutes here, and then we're going to talk design, logo design, graphic design, and if you should hire AI, go through Fiverr or get your local design. Okay. So I'm just going to wait a couple seconds here, making sure everything's working. There we go. Okay. If you're tuning in, drop a couple hi, hello. If you have any questions about, logos or graphic design or branding, drop them in the comment. I will answer them and take a look at them as well. Today's conversation is going to be focused on should you hire a local logo designer, or should you go to Fiverr, or should you get like AI generated logos? Okay. And if you're a business owner and an entrepreneur and you're looking to buy a logo, I want you to watch this video before you purchase it because I want you to be educated in what you're gonna buy and also be educated in logo as well. Okay. So we're gonna get started here shortly. Let me pause my music. Okay. Um, let's see here. So I'm doing this live because I worked with entrepreneurs and business owners when they get to what they want to get a logo designed, and there's a lot of things that I want to just make sure you as a business owner and entrepreneur understand when you guys are getting a logo. Just because I've done so many flyers, so many branding assets, and marketing materials that the logo does not look good. So I'm spending this time to teach you that when you shop for a logo, this is how you shop for the right logo that's yours, and also how to find the right designer. And also, when you do receive your logo files, you got to make sure you know what you're looking at so that way, when you do hire somebody to do your marketing materials, or when you put your logo in front of like a flyer and whatnot, you have like the correct files. Okay. So again, this is going to be going over should you get your logo AI generated? Should you go through Fiverr, or should you hire a local designer? Okay. I'm just going to check to see if there are any comments. If you have any questions, again, regarding logo designing, branding, post your comments on here. Let me see how those goes. Um, but for today's agenda, I'm gonna show what I want to cover for today's conversation. Is that this first one is that I want us to again talk about, do I go through AI to make my logo? Do I again go through Fiverr? So I'm gonna walk us through these platforms, or do I hire a local designer? So when I'm talking about AI and Fiverr, I'm really coming from a point of you don't have a big budget. Okay, these are the most affordable sites that I feel like any new business owners or entrepreneurs can use to really generate their logo if they cannot hire a designer, or if they have like a good budget. This is where you should go. So will be go over some platforms that I want us to talk about, of like what's the best, cheapest, and affordable AI platform to generate logo. And then I want to talk about cost versus quality, meaning I want to talk about, okay, should I spend $20 on a logo or $500 on a logo? 200 $20 logo versus a $500 logo. So I want to talk about that as well, okay? And now I want to talk about trademarking and copyright. A lot of my clients and also members, they ask me, do I need to copyright my logo? What happens if someone has a similar looking logo? Okay, I think that's a really big concern and a valid concern that a lot of people have, and I'm here to clarify what it means to trademark, what it means to copyright, and what it means to have similar looking logos. And lastly, Q&A, question and answer. I want to answer any questions that you guys have. I'm gonna be looking at comments a lot, so don't mind me looking down. Just checking in to see if there's any questions regarding logo designing and branding. Okay, but before we dive into those conversation, I want to share this big announcement that I recently launched. I launched a brand building community. I want to show you here, called Beyond Logos. So this community is a space for you to really build your brand. Okay. And when I say build your brand, is that I really want you to tell them your story, because we are living in an era where people want to know your why. Your customers want to know your why. Okay. So brand building is very essential to your business because it tells your story. So inside of Beyond Logos, I do weekly live coaching calls, and I also have courses for you to follow and watch literally at your own pace. And these courses are only 2 to 3 minutes long. They're very short but powerful. So inside of my community, I give you courses on how to build your brand, how to storytell. So you're not like, spinning your wheels when you talk about your business. And aside from the courses, I have a community where you can post your feedback. You can ask like, "Hey Bert, I just brand building my service or my purpose. Can you give me feedback?" So that's where my weekly live comes in, and I will give you feedback so you can build the perfect brand for yourself. Okay. So I have, again, courses that you can watch at your own pace to really build your brand, or the community to have conversations regarding anything on branding. It could be on a logo, it could be on a new service launch, or if you just need an extra eye on creative, messaging. Okay. So I'm actually doing all of this for free. I'm giving you all of my courses on branding and my weekly live coaching calls for free, but I'm only giving it for free until January 10th. Okay. So join my community. We'll love for you to be in there to really build your brand. Watch all my courses as much as you can and utilize my community to give feedback to build your brand until January 10th. Okay. So check it out. Let me know what you think. I think this is a great space, again, for you to start stepping into brand building. And this is how you go beyond a logo. All right. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and start diving into our first conversation, which is AI. Should I hire AI, or I mean, not hire, should I just use AI to generate all my logos? Okay. I'm going to see here. So, the first platform that I want to talk about when it comes to AI is, give me a second. Um, okay, I think Yo's trying to join, but that is for a different time. It's 4 p.m. Okay, so the first platform that I want to talk about is Luca. So out of the three platforms that I want to show to you guys today, and I'm gonna be honest, it did take a little learning curve to learn how to use these websites to generate logos. But the three best platforms out of the ones I've tested that I really like, that it's very user friendly, because when I was designing these logos on this platform, I was coming from a perspective of, okay, I have no knowledge about design. I don't really have a good design eye, and um, I just want something simple where the user interface is very simple and easy to follow. Okay, so um, the first website that we have here is called Luca, and I'll also paste all these links in the comment for you guys to look. So for Luca, I like this one a lot because it's just you literally typing your descriptions of a business, and then you can design it later. So I'm just gonna make up a brand here. It says enter your company name. See how, how I play with Blueberry Boba, but let's go with chocolate bakery. I'm a big fan of chocolate. Okay, chocolate bakery is our business name. Get started. And then pick your industry. I'm gonna do bakery. Okay. See, I like it 'cause it's asking you good questions for you. Just really tune in to kind of try to find the right logos for you guys. Let's go here. So now it's just asking us to pick logos that we like. Let's see, I kind of want because it's chocolate. It's a bakery. I kind of like this one. So these AI generated logos, some of them are not bad. For me, when I design logos, I like to be very bold, simple, and clean. So I like that. Like for example, I don't like this one. I think it's gonna be hard to read. I think this is kind of cool. Let's keep going down a little bit. Johnny Rockets. This is kind of cool. But it's not what I'm looking for. I think the closest one is probably this one. Okay. And press continue. Colors, chocolate. So I'm gonna do like orange, I don't know, red and blue. Okay. Three colors. Chocolate bakery. A slogan, let's go with um crazy sweet tooth. Yeah. Crazy sweets. There we go. I like crazy sweets better. Sounds better. Okay, let's do that. And then it's gonna say pick some symbol types. Of course, we're gonna do bakery, let's do desserts, cafe, sweets, creativity, eats. I don't mind abstract. Okay, let's go ahead and see what that generates for us. Okay, there we go. So this is the auto generated from Luca, creating our AI. See here if there are any comments. Okay. So it's not too bad. It's not it's not the best for me, because I am a designer, so I am a little picky because I do have an eye of like what's gonna work, what's not gonna work. But maybe for you entrepreneurs and business owners, you guys might like some of these. But I'm also gonna walk through why some of these won't work for you in the long run and why I encourage you guys to stay away from. Um, for example, this one, the chocolate bakery, I recommend staying away from that because of the candies here. The line weights, which is these wrapper end, is too skinny. And when I say it's too skinny, is because when you actually zoom out, you can kind of like barely tell what that is. You see, the further I go back, you can't really tell that that is. It looks like a football because it's so like the shape here is so well filled in. So it looks like a football. So stay away from logos that are so thin. If they are super thin, I will encourage you to tell the designer to make it a little no, the line weight a little bit thicker, okay? So that we can actually see the shape when we zoom out. So that's one rule of thumb is when you look at any logo, is I want you to zoom your laptop screen as far back as you can, and you can't really tell that shape, then it's not gonna be a good logo. Okay, because I can really tell what it is. It looks like a football. But let's go ahead and choose a logo and see what this looks like. Well, I like this one. This one's cool. Yeah. See, some of these generations are logo generated are not bad. They're very generic for sure. Absolutely. That's the reason why I kind of don't like AI generated logos because they're just very generic. It's very anyone can replicate it. It's not very unique. Um, so I'm not a big fan of AI generated logos, but let me just check it out. Okay. So let's click this one, customize it. Again, Luca, I like this platform because it's very, user friendly. It gives me a lot of great options. Like it's super nice to just know how what to change. I just go to palette. I can change the palette. Let's just go with purple because I chose purple, and let's just start customizing. See, I can even change the icon here if I want. If I don't like that anymore, so that's why I like Luca. It's very nice. Um, Unlike some other platforms where you kind of have to change the entire thing. You don't have options to change just a singular icon, and that actually is gonna we're gonna see that in Canva. I want to show you guys Canva as well. So I don't really like Canva as much as Luca, but again, let's go back to our original bakery. How do I go back to our original bakery? I lost it. Let me see. Let me see if I can troubleshoot this. Let me just try to go back. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, palette. Let's just okay. So then, if I want to change the font, again here they already have nice looking fonts for me. Where I really like this sans serif. I mean this serif font, where it's very like old classic. And the cool thing about Luca is that they do a really great job to really show you what it will look like when your logo comes to life. Like if we were to scroll down, this is what it looks like on a business card, on your Facebook cover, different dimensions. What we call it is different deliverables. Okay. So Luca does an amazing job to show you what your logo will look like when you brand it. And if you want all of these, you can just purchase these. Okay. So I really appreciate that. I think that's amazing. So look at all this. It looks on Instagram. Man, this is great. See, Lucas is a really great platform. See, business cards. See, you basically you got your whole brand design for you. Okay, all about you get your whole brand design for you from just one website, and you can purchase all of these, and that's crazy. That's pretty robust. Not a lot of platforms can do that. I know Canva does that a little bit, but it's very tricky for Canva to do that. So yeah, Luca is a great space to get your brand fully built out. And when I say brand, I'm talking about the tangible stuff when it comes to branding, meaning business cards, letterheads, emails, t-shirts, websites, like all those comes to a very well branded business. Okay. The only thing that I don't like about AI generated logos is this, is that it only gives you one version of your logo to work with. Okay. And that's why I'm against AI generator because they only give you one version to use. When I believe you should have multiple versions to use your logo for different applications. And I'm going to talk about that in a bit here too. Let me just check in. Are there any comments, any questions on branding, design? Nope. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see here. The next platform that I want to talk about. Oh, before we do that, if you are cool with this, you just go ahead and press download. And entrepreneurs, business owners, this is what I want you to pay attention to. When you download your logo, I want you to make sure that you are receiving a file called PNG. Okay. So for here, it says download different versions of your logo with a subscription to your brand kit, multiple color options, which is great. Transparent background, high res PNG. That's what you need. Okay. When you give your logo to a third party vendor or designer, we love files that are transparent with PNG. Okay. Vector files also great. Okay. So Luca is actually a really great space then to download all your logos. Okay. Next, the next platform is Canva. There's two places that you can get your logo generated. I want to show you two of these because I know that a lot of people get confused when it comes to creating your logo on Canva. The difference between Canva is that there's one where they generate for you, and then there's one where you can use your templates to manually create one. So I want to show you the two so that you don't get confused when you are thinking about saving money to create your own logo. Okay. So this first one is where Canva allows you to just generate your own logo. So if we do this version, I'm really not liking this version, and I want to show you why. So if we go to create a logo, it's gonna tell us to describe our image in a few words. So let's make up a new brand here. Let me see here. Oh, okay. So for the ones that are just tuning in, write down any comments that you have regarding branding or logo design. Okay. So right now we are using our second platform. We just went over Luca to design a platform a platform to design your logos, which I like using Luca. Um, the next platform is Canva. There's two ways, but this is one from Canva. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and describe the business that I want. I'm gonna do, let's say, a consulting agency. So I'm gonna say like, uh, consulting agency. Um, I do finances, and I want some icons of, I don't know, money, growth, and family. Okay, let's see where this takes us. Create. Um, I think I gotta be more specific. I want a logo. Want a logo. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I can see it. They're very verbatim, meaning they took it literal. Because I said money, growth, and family, so they literally made all that, which is not bad. Okay, but that's not what I want. So let's actually just go with, okay. Design me a logo on finance. Let's see. Okay, here we go. A lot better. All right. So let's take a look. Let's review some of these. See. So they only gave me what, four versions. Oh, okay. They actually only give me four versions then. Let me see if they could give me like give me five versions. Can I do that? Let's see here. I don't think so. Oh, oh, not bad. Okay. So here's the thing about this version from Canva is that you can actually download these to be PNGs, right? They're actually just as the image. So I think the best thing to do is use this platform as an inspiration when you are trying to hire a designer. Be like, hey, this is what I found inspiring. Could you, use this as an inspiration to design me a logo that looks similar to this? So this is a great inspiration board to just show, your designer, like, hey, this is what I'm thinking and where I kind of want to go with my logo. Okay. But here's the catch and the caveat. Us designers, we dislike it when you come to us and be like, hey, I like this logo. Design me something like this. Then that's kind of like an arc that we dislike. Because if you want a logo just like that, then why come to me when you can just purchase that elsewhere? So instead, you got to say where, hey, I'm inspired by this logo. Can you help me design a logo with this kind of inspiration, but with your own twist? That way we can like, okay, she kind of likes it, but we don't have to do it exactly like that. And when you're choosing your designer, I want you to choose your designer just as if you are choosing your hairstylist and your tattoo artist. You have to first like their work because however they design your logo, they're gonna use their own personality and their own um, artistic, techniques to your logo. Okay, and that's one thing that a lot of business owners misunderstand is that they feel like they can just go to you for a logo and they end up liking it. Here's the thing: you have to choose your graphic designer just like you are choosing your hairstylist, your tattoo artist. Okay, if you like their work, go to them. If you don't like their work, they're not going to design your logo that you like. Trust me. Again, choose the designer that you already like. Okay. So let me give you an example. If I was to, I don't mind this one. See, I can edit the design here. Let's see where it takes me. I can't really do much because it's just a photo. It's not like um Luca here where I can individually design some different elements. Okay. So for Canva, I can't move anything. I can adjust colorations, but that's not what I want. Okay. And if I also export this, it would just literally be an image. It's not even like a logo where I can manipulate and stuff. So I don't recommend this version of Canva because I think this is just good for using as inspiration. See here. Newcomers, if you guys are tuning in, leave me your comments about branding or graphic design. Okay. So this version of Canva, I don't like it. I don't recommend using it, but if you are planning to use it, just use it as inspiration. This next one. This is where you can actually go into Canva and do these logo designs manually. Okay. So welcome to my dashboard of Canva. So what we gotta go and do is we just gotta click on more and we go logo design and it create logo, graphic designer logo, it doesn't matter, this one's fine. And then we get to choose their template. So this is pretty cool here. I do like Canva because they have you can choose a variety of templates, but here's the catch as well. I am a pro member. So because I am a pro member, I have way more access to people who are just doing it for free. So just keep that in mind. But other than that, Canva has a really good logos that you can just already use. But then again, these are all very generic. You can replicate these, anybody can take it to. So that's why I don't really like using Canva. But for the sake of money and you on a budget, this is perfectly fine. Um, I really like this design right here because it's very minimal. But let's go with this fun one right here. I just saw it earlier. Let's let's do this one. This is very interesting. Okay, so Canva, just kind of like Luna, you can manipulate each items. But the cool thing about Canva is that you can actually move it around, so you have way more control, which is cool. But let's just call this like beeswax. Okay, gonna. But here's the thing about Canva, though. Um, corporation is that you do need to have a slight design eye to really make your logo look good. And when I say design eye, I'm talking about you have an eye for when the logo looks good, when it's working. You have an eye for when people see this logo, it feels very nice and modern. So if you don't have that, then you might not be creating the best logo version for yourself. Okay. So for this one, you for Canva, for menu creating, you will have to really use your design eye. You will need to have a little bit of like design creativity to create your own logos because it's all you can move these all by yourself, but you still will have to do that. And then that also takes time too. So if you have the time to do that, then go ahead and do that. But the thing about Canva is that you can't really change this font, this logo, right? Unlike Luca, where I can go ahead and just change this one, right? Icon symbol. See, I can change the logos here to that one, to that one, to that one. But for Canva, I can't do that. If I choose this one, I'm stuck with that one. All right. I feel like I'm having people joining in. Let me see here. Okay. So Sue asked the question on message. She said, what resources do you recommend for us to use if you want to learn how to design an effective logo for our business? I know there's AI technology, but I'm leery of how effective the design will be. Okay, great question. So it seems like Sue is. I need to send her the live link so she can see what I'm going through. Let me message her that. see here. Uh, Copy link. Okay, so to answer Sue's question of like, how do we find effective resources? Again, I already given you guys three great resources to designing logo. The first one is by Luca. Again, I'll post these links onto the comment section. I'm just gonna do that right now. I have it pulled up. So Luca is a great resource to design your logo. Yep. So Luca is a great resource, and then Canva is a great resource too. Okay. Let me try doing another logo on Canva to see what that could do for us. So we go to um, more templates. Let's see. I might have to go back. Okay, here we go. Actually, okay, designs. Let's do. See, the thing is, you also have to know what you want to do. So let's just say I want to do. See, replace current page. Um, I want to do something like real estate because I know a lot of real estate agents. So let's do real estate. Okay, so in here you can choose different logos that you want from within real estate here. So again, these are okay looking. I think a local designer could probably do a better job, but these are very generic, very can be replicated. I like this one. It's not bad. And then again, we can't really change this icon, but we could change the font. I'm just gonna start calling this like home Revo Home. I don't know what that means. Okay, slogan here. Homes for everyone. Okay, and you can change the font size to make it fit. Yeah, you see, you kind of have to have a design eye just a little bit, making sure it feels right for you. Let's make sure these are outlined. Okay, so yeah, so Canva is pretty good for what it has to create your own logo. Again, they have multiple templates that you can choose from these icons that you can choose. You might have to have a pro to use some of these, but other than that, a lot of these are very generic. People can repeat them and they're not as creative and fun. It's very straightforward. So that is what I think about AI generated logos. Okay. Let's see here. See, should we say anything? Okay. So another platform aside from Canva, this one is actually the one that I like a little bit more, which is Adobe Express. So Adobe Express is part of the Adobe Creative Suite program, where you get to create your own logos and whatnot. So Adobe Express, I'm gonna paste the link here as well. Adobe Express into the comment section. Let's see here, another great logo creation. Adobe Express. This one is definitely more friendly. I like using Adobe because I maybe it's because I'm used to Adobe Express. But um I'm gonna show you how to do that. There is a free trial, and there's also a pro trial as well. But if you're just looking to create a logo, I don't think you need the pro. But again, you want to save money, you're on a budget, and you want to create your own, then Adobe Express is probably one of the better versions out of the other two that I showed you. So let's go ahead and show you how to do this. This is your dashboard once you log in into Adobe Express. This is a free version. Right now, I'm on the free version. So you want to go down to logo right here. And then here's where you basically all of these logo AI generated platforms are very similar. Okay, so that's the cool thing. You don't have to relearn anything. The only thing you might need to relearn is the tools inside of the platform, but it should all be the same. Um, so let me go ahead and also do a new business. Let's call this business. Let's do fitness, a fitness business, fitness trainer. Let's do that. Okay. And bam, here are all of the logos that are popped up. We just got to choose our favorite ones. See, this one's not bad. I like the wordplay of the I. So Adobe Express has some pretty good logos on here, but still very generic, like Canva. This is kind of cool. I kind of like that. Okay. Let me see some comments coming in. Let me check that out. Okay. See here. Oh, got it. Okay. Okay, got it. So Sue is to clarify her question, she's asking is what she meant is learning resources. Like she wants to learn the artistic design instead of having taken college courses or boot camps to learn digital designing. Okay, got it. It would be great to have free courses versus having to pay a lot to learn. Yes. Great question. So the best way to learn how to do graphic design or design logo is through YouTube. And that's literally the best way where it's free because there are multiple platforms like Kajabi, School Community, or other platforms that you have to pay to learn, but there is a fee like maybe $300 for a course or, you know, like a membership fee of like $50. So, Sue, to answer your question, the best way to learn how to design that's free, where it's budget friendly, is YouTube. And what you typically do on YouTube is you just YouTube how to design a logo or how to design a flyer. Literally, when I was in school, I actually used YouTube a lot to help me design my logos. Okay, so go to YouTube and just type in how to design things, how to design a logo and whatnot. And YouTube is the best free place to do that. Um, I also know a YouTuber that does really great job at breaking down how to design, and I'll send that to you. Okay, I'll send you his link where you can watch his tutorial. So he's really great at doing it. But other than that, YouTube is probably the best place because you will have to pay for other courses. Um, but let's go back here for this logo that we're trying to build for a fitness trainer. Again, Adobe Express has really great logos as well. Let's see here. I'm gonna just stick to this one, and the reason I want to show you this is because unlike Canva, where everything is already, you can't really change. Like, what if I wanted to remove the windows here? I can't do that. For Luca, what if I wanted to, change this to a different shape that I like, but it's not there? For Adobe Express, everything is on its own layer. Like this Thunderbolt, I can move it around. This V, I can move it around, right? I can do this, I can move these, I can move all of these. See, so that is why I like Adobe Express because every element you can adjust. And you don't get that from Canva or from Luca. Because Luca, everything is just one item only. I see, like, I can't even move this. I can't even move this like hierarchy for Canva, I could do it, but I can't change this. But for Express, I can move things all the way around. Okay. Let's do another example here. Um, let's go to templates and let's choose. Let me see here. I kind of like this one. It's kind of fun. Add as pages. Okay. The Run Club. Hello. I gotta change the color to black. See, look at that. Hello Club. See, And when I change back, it goes back to that. And if I don't like the old guy here, I can just move it around. Yeah. Let's do one more to show you how robust Adobe Express is. This is probably one of the best platforms to kind of design your own logo. Let's do this one because this one's a little tricky. Okay. So here, I'm assuming I could change if I was to go click on here, everything's isolated, meaning I get to control those individually, right? I can replace this, right? See, replace with, I don't know, let's do it with like a cat. Actually, let's do a vector cat. See, I can do this. Bam. Okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but I can resize it, right? And I can do this and I can change the thickness of that. Okay. And I can even type inside it and go like hello. Just type until it fills in like that. Okay. And then see everything here you can manipulate. I can move the boxes to images and whatnot. So yeah, so that's kind of the gist of it. And then when you're ready to download, it will have a the watermark here, right? So again, Adobe Express is probably one of the most robust and user friendly ways to design a logo compared to Canva and Lookup. So that was a lot of talking for AI logo generated concepts, and I really want to show you guys that you are limited when you go through AI logo generated. And for me as a designer, I recommend it if you are on a really tight budget and you want to do your own, you want to kind of mess around, do that. But I don't recommend it if you want to really build a sustainable logo that you really are pouring your heart and soul into your business. I think you should definitely get it designed through a real person. Okay. Let's see if there are any more questions. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our next topic, which is a local designer or Fiverr. Let's go ahead and look in Fiverr. So if you don't have Fiverr, Fiverr is a great space to hire freelancing work. I want to keep this quick too because we're already at 12:40. Wow, I don't know, that took a little time. So, anyways, for Fiverr, I like Fiverr because they are very cheap and affordable. If I should just go here, press the logo designer. Okay. They have their prices here from $25 to 130 to 45 to 155. So when you are paying this much for a designer, I really want you to take a look at their work to see if it actually looks good. Okay, so 135. This guy's pretty expensive. Luis Key. I need to take a look at their portfolio to make sure that okay. So it seems like all his logos are very clean. I can see why it's 135. Okay. I can see why it's 135. It's very clean and nice. Let's see what he offers you. One concept plus HD, JPEGs, PNGs, and vectors. So yep, PNGs in here. So that's good. We need that. But you only get one concept only though. Meaning you might just only oh, that's the basic plan. Okay, premium. Three concepts. Meaning you get three different versions to look at. Full 12 page corporate and into VIP. Okay. It's not bad, 220, but that's 220 an hour. Okay. No, I lied. It's not an hour. It's a package. He's selling as a package. Okay. Let's look at another one. Let's go to one where it's a lot cheaper, where it's like $10. Okay. This is how you know if you're paying quality over quantity. If you're willing to spend $10, this is the type of logos you would get. Again, very generic, very busy. It's not as clean as Luis that we just looked at. This person is probably, I don't know, the way I'm looking at it, these are a lot of watermark. Um, she could just either be using AI to generate these as well to kind of crank out logo designs. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but I feel like this person is just using AI to generate these logos. Some of these are probably her own designs, but some of these look like they're just generated through Canva. or Luca, and she just customized it. So be careful of designers like that too. Okay, there will be designers where you pay me money. I literally just go through Canva or this just to generate it and then give it to you, and you pay me what $300 for. But I literally just went through this. So that is common. So pay attention to that designer's portfolio. If it looks like this, she could be doing that. She could be doing that. Because it's only $10. Again, let's look at another one. Let's say $35 here. I like this guy. He's funny. Yep. It's not too bad. So yeah, so you just gotta make sure you look through the photos to look how like the designs look. That's how you're gonna determine. Okay. And you also want to make sure there's JPEG file, PNG file, transparent file, no limited revisions, no mascot logos. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing about Fiverr. It's really cool. It's very cheap and friendly when you're on a budget. But I've worked on Fiverr before. A couple things I don't like about Fiverr and hire designer on there is that because they're usually overseas or in a different state. The communication takes a little bit longer. They also when they give you a logo, they typically just give you one version of a logo, meaning they only give you one version that's not flexible to be used on other applications. And I'm going to show you what I mean when I keep saying your logo has to be flexible to be used on multiple applications. Okay. Sometimes Fiverr, depending on the packages, they usually just give you one logo. What I typically do in my clients, I give them four logos. Okay. So now let's move on to talking about local designers. This is my favorite. If anything, please support your local designers, your local businesses. They are the best place to go for more hands-on logo designing experience. It does not hurt to DM them and ask for how much they charge. Okay. So let's look at local designers. Um, I want to shout out and highlight our Hmong local designers. Okay. There's actually a page dedicated to just Hmong artists, graphic designers, website designers, all that. Okay. I actually don't know who this person is, but Duacha, I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Her. Check her out too. But she actually created a list of all the Hmong artists, not only in Minnesota, but all over the place as best as she could. So amazing job to you and a beautiful job, Dokcha, her butchering it. But check out your local Hmong artists from this list. They are talented as well. Okay. I'm going to post this list on the comment. And if you have any design questions, check this list out and we're going to walk through them together. Okay. Um, okay. Here we go. So let's go down the list. Adam Lee, he's a concept artist. So I'm putting my mindset as like I'm a business owner. I need logo designed, and I'm not looking for illustration with that. I just want a logo. So adore her designs. She's a graphic designer. Let's take a look at her. Okay, so she seems pretty well established. Adora, great looking website. Let's go to her work portfolio. So what I like to do is if you go through this list, like I'm telling you, our own, Hmong artists, Hmong brothers and sisters, they're so talented too. So I tend to like to look at their portfolio to see if, how much do you think they would charge? For example, if she charges like $500 for a logo, then I will look for projects that has a logo and see how robust she made it. For example, let's take a look at this one, logo brand design. Okay. Um, See, look, this shows me that she understands logo work because she designed her logo mark, a logo type, and she also gave it some brand colors. So she has an idea of a better grasp of like, okay, this person wants a logo and possibly a brand as well. Let's take a look at another one from her. So this is you doing your research and studying who your artist is. This one's fun. See again, look, this is the way she laid out I'm calling this a lockup, a logo lockup that she did for a organization or for fun. See, look at that. So it shows me that Adora, she knows what she's doing. She has designed logos for organizations. She put it on a t-shirt. on a bag, on a sticker like Funkylicious. Like that shows me that okay, she's very talented, so she might be a little bit pricey, but quality over quantity, right? She understands how to design a logo to really support your business in different applications. When I say applications, I'm talking about t-shirts, stickers, and tote bags. Okay. Let's take a look at another list from here. If you look to my name pops up right here. Again, if you check me out, these are all my portfolio work. I definitely need to update them. I also need to update my logo section. It's not since 2019. So here's all my logo work. When I say I really love doing modern, bold, like simple logos, that's me. Okay. So yeah, here's my work. One of my favorite design I did was for Horizon Builders. Again, when you check out a designer, always take a look at their portfolio to see how robust they've done their branding or logo design, because then that helps you determine this person knows what they're doing. Okay. So let's go back. Let's find another one. Art director, designer. The list goes on. Dina Her, painter, comic artist. If you see, this is where I'm saying, um, when you choose a graphic designer, I want you to think of it as if like you are choosing a stylist and a tattoo artist. So if you know that you like illustration and painting and you want a graphic designer that can do that, then find a designer that can do that. So let's just say we go to Dina Her, right? Let's just see what she has. And it also depends what kind of like graphic design logo do you want. So if she doesn't have that, that's okay. We just move down the list. Just keep going. Animator, illustrator, illustrative graphic designer. Let's see what she has. Okay. See, if you like the way that she does the logos, it's very minimal. Okay, she does more illustration. Maybe you can reach out to her and be like, "Hey, do you actually do these logos too?" Right. So if they don't have that, that's fine. Again, we just keep moving. Um, these are becoming more illustrator designer. Cool. I think this is the same cool I'm thinking about. Oh yeah. See, look, beautiful illustration. Okay. Right. And you can definitely reach out to Koo and see if she does design logos as well. If not, then it's okay. We just move on. Right. So yeah, I think that's it. That is the list. There's more. So check that list out when you are looking to get your logos designed and whatnot. 1250 here. Okay. Last conversation. Trademark and copywriting. Let me just check our messages to make sure I don't miss any comments. Okay. Trademarking and copywriting. Okay, this is a very important question because I get this question a lot, especially from especially if we have nice, especially when I have clients who I've designed the logos for, right? So here's a question that I always get is like, hey Bert, someone has a logo similar to mine, um or should I trademark my logo? So my answer to you is that yes, you should trademark your logo, and no, you don't have to. For the copywriting, it's very tricky. Okay, so I want to go to Google here. File new incognito Google. Okay, the thing about logo design is that it's very, very abstract, meaning it's kind of hard to tell that your logo was an original because unless yeah, it's kind of hard to know that your logo is an original. It is authentic and original from the designer's mind and your mind together. But we live in a world full of people. There could be another one similar to what you already have, or not quite similar, but similar aesthetic. Okay, so if I were to say hands logo, see, look at all this, right? So it's kind of impossible for you to say that someone copyrighted from you. Let's just say that if you do have a logo that has like let's just say what this version right here, and you see someone else has a similar logo but it looks like this, they can't typically sue you, because if they do, the judges will be like, well, it's similar, but look at the thumb is different, and then you don't have a winning case. So when you actually sue for a logo, it's a lot harder. It takes more money, and it might just be a waste of time because you gotta go through all the paper filing, hiring the lawyer. So you probably look losing money. It might not even be worth it because a super simple change like this and this, you can't sue somebody because they made the hand look similar like this. Yes, you might win, but if you do win, was it worth it? What did it cost? Right? Because they changed the way the hand is being spread. They changed the way I'm talking about these two right here. Okay. So if these two are the same businesses, but they're called differently, you can't really you could sue because it looks similar, but at what cost? How much money do you want to put into that lawsuit? Right. Um, so again, just keep in mind that even if something looks for similar, you can go about it, but there will be a risk too. The only time I think you should trademark your logo is if you are like a very big corporation like Walmart or Target. That's when it makes sense. If you are just a startup, I don't recommend trademarking your logo just yet until you have enough traction and you have grown your business to like a big, I don't know, a corporation or like a $1 million or $100,000 business, then yes, maybe you could think about trademarking. But the reason why I don't recommend it for you starting out or for even businesses is because you have to pay a fee. Okay. And the fee could be very pricey. It can go anywhere from, depending on where you're from, $50 to $100, depending on how big your corporation is, depending on how protected you want it to be. It could go from $1,000 to $3,000. So that is a fee to trademark your logo. And the thing about trademarking is if you trademark it, it does last you for 10 years. So I guess the price is good too. But let's say 10 years. What if you rebrand and you no longer need that logo, right? Then what do? You just wasted $2,000 or you wasted, I don't know, $150, depending on where you're from, what state, and how protected you want. So yes, you are kind of locked in once you trademark it because you did waste money. So when trademarking, you don't necessarily need it because there's so many logos out there that I think you will be fine. And if you find someone who has a similar logo look, that's super similar, then you can maybe reach out to them. Other than that, I don't think it's worth the lawsuit. Okay. So that is what I'm thinking about trademark and copyright. That's my honest opinion with no legal advice and whatnot. Right? I'm not a legal advisor or anything, but I'm just telling you that from my experiences from freelancing, working in advertising, and then helping entrepreneurs and business owners. Is that you don't necessarily need to trademark it. Don't worry about copywriting. Unless you really, really want to, then go for it. But just know that there will be some money spit into that. And if you really want to copyright it and trademark it, you have to really love your logo as well. Okay. Checking in to see if there are any questions on Facebook. Let me see here. Any on LinkedIn? Hey, Ching Cha. Thank you for tuning in. Let me reply quick. All right, let's see here. Okay, we are at 12:56. So let's wrap up here. And that is all. So any questions, I help Sue. Thank you for tuning in and for answering for hopefully my answers um were good. And if you have any more questions, let me know. And also I apologize if I am butchering your name as well. Okay. So let me know if you have any more questions on designing or branding. One last shout out. I have launched my brand building community. So if you have not, check out my Beyond Logos community. This is where you really build your brand. So how I want you to do is I want you to build your brand first and then do your logos last. Because this is kind of like writing a piece of paper. Sometimes your body paragraph determines your title. So I really want you to build your brand first and then do your logos last. And that also happens inside of my community too. I have courses for you to watch at your own pace to build your brand. And I also do weekly live coaching call inside of the community to give you feedback. Not only will you hear from me, but you will hear from fellow members as well. Get the best of it. I'm teaching you all of my experience, 6 years in advertising for free. How to build your brand for free in this classroom, including my weekly live coaching calls for free until January 10th. So go in there, join me, learn as much as you can. Okay. Decide if you still want to join after January 10th or not. But All this is for free for you to learn and build your brand until January 10th. So, with that, thank you for tuning in live. I hope you learned a lot from this discussion. For me, I personally suggest you guys hiring your local designers. That's the best experience. Okay. Um, oh, one last thing I almost forgot is that this is the reason why I encourage you guys to do your hire your local designer is that for me when I work with clients, I give them four different logo versions. When I say flexibility, I give them four different logos so it can be flexible to be used. Okay. Because if I was to break this down, when it says different applications that you can use a logo on, you can use your logo on a t shirt. You can use your logo flexibly in the back. What if you're on a website and you don't want to use just this one, right? You just don't want to use this one, but you want to use this one because it fits nicely on your website. And then what about when you go to your mobile app? You just have your logo mark. That is what I mean is that when you work with a designer, you got to ask, do you do four different logos for me when you finish the job? How many different logo versions will I get? If they say just one, then maybe you might want to move on to a different design that gives you four versions. When I say versions, it's not like four different totally designs, but four versions of your logo that you could be used for flexible usage. Logo, a water bottle, and for your pen. So this is what I mean when I want you to start talking to your logo designers about like, okay, when you design my logos, what are some of the deliverables that I will receive from you? Okay. So there's one last insight that I want to share is that when you work with a logo designer or when you are shopping for a logo, make sure you're able to have your logo in different formations to use flexibly. Flex so it's flexible to be used. Okay. So thank you for tuning in. And hopefully you enjoy this conversation. I know an hour long was a lot of talking. With that, I'm here. If you have any questions, send me any emails, send me your DMs. I'll be happy to answer them. And join me in my Beyond Logos. Thank you.